we got ourselves more soul leveling content. This is from Mr. SinChi. This is called It's About to Break the Internet. And you know what? Not even bait. I think the servers will actually go down.
I want to be a YouTuber.
Mr. Kimura, why did you decide to become a high school teacher?
Money.
Cause I like high school girls, that's why.
So
Oh. What the fuck? Hey, nothing wrong with liking high school girls, right? It's just, you know, the context matters.
I think season 2, episode 11 was good.
Yeah.
Very good. Although I was expecting.
It was like 7.5 out of 10, so 7.75, 7.8. It was okay, right? It wasn't the peak that everyone was hoping it would be, right? There's gonna be these kind of episodes where not, you know, the best quality is gonna be there as they're preparing for the actual meat of the full course restaurant dinner.
A lot more considering the material it's adapting. While there was a lot of rough edges, overall the episode is still great. Animation wise, there is a lot to be desired. The overall direction really helped at elevating some scenes. Yes, I explained it last video. This was probably quite a rushed episode. A lot of ADs and assistant ADs are here, so we prayed for next episode. A lot of people are definitely a bit.
There's no way they're gonna fuck up next episode. Nah, I have hopes. They're definitely going to actually break the servers next episode, legal and illegal servers, and everyone's gonna just go crazy for solo leveling.
Disappointed about this. I still think it's really good for solo leveling standards. Also, I forgot to mention Akari's backstory, her sister having the eternal sleep.
Ooh, Shimizu backstory, huh? That was completely skipped in the anime, so we have no emotional connection, but damn, I guess why did they give her so much detail here for this specific character in the webtoon?
And the Yak King did her dirty.
Mm-hmm.
By the way, this is from the game.
Oh, never mind. Update pre-registration. We got Jinna over here. Anyways, okay, so this is like game lore. So this is like extra sweaty lore.
From the manhwa. And another news, they fumbled for not getting UFO table. Ooh. Again, I don't want to explain it.
Bro got blocked. Bro got blocked on Twitter by Roger's face by calling it retarded. It is what it is.
Anything Zero's plot is Natsuki Subaru is going to be summoned to this episode covered the last couple of pages of chapter 9.
For the people not aware of what these references are, a big content creator, right, just basically said solo leveling fumbled by not having, you know, UFO table, and oh my god, that little clip. I mean, it didn't go viral. No, it's in a little specific bubble, but that's what the reference is about.
96 to chapter 100, there was not much content stuff because schedule is tight. They probably had to do just one-to-one with the manhwa. Yes, I know they adapted it from the novel, but the core team probably still uses the manhwa as reference. They probably sometimes just stamp the manhwa panels in the storyboards.
That's some Blue Lock shit.
Itself, you think this shot, the storyboarder just thought of it randomly, but it miraculously looks the same as the manhwa panel? Coincidence? No,
I think not.
While in the anime, it was just a basic effect. The manhwa was more specific about what buffs certain characters got.
Yeah, everyone has their own different color of aura, you know, happening there, while here is just, you know, one single, I guess, tone of golden aura.
Basic effect. The manhwa was more specific about what buffs certain characters got. Dongwook and the cameraman got defense.
Okay.
Beck, strength.
Cameraman getting a buff here is hilarious.
Choi magic.
Yeah.
Maybe. Taegyo
Speed?
agility.
Yeah.
Jahain. I don't know.
Attack and defense. I don't know. These are buffs though.
Attack. Also, Beck called it a black ant. That's a bluer ant. You racist piece of shit. They cut this old couple, which could be implying that these are Unsok's parents. Maybe. Don't quote me.
Okay, Unsuk is the character that died a couple raids ago. You know, that's basically the trauma PTSD scene from Guildmaster J. Don't be like that TV said earlier that we can finally beat those things up this time. Could be just random ass boomer just watching the TV.
Son and the
oh wait. They're doing it to avenge our only son. Yeah. That makes a lot more sense, right? I mean, obviously a lot of people have died due to the ants, but to show these specific people definitely could be Unsuk. Makes sense to me.
Parents? Maybe. Don't quote me on this. But she said it's to avenge our son. and the only person that we know died in the Jeju Island raid, that was a dude back then, was Unsok. So I don't know if that's actually it.
Makes sense
Byung-gu,
to
while
me.
yes, he's a healer, his combat rank is somewhere between A or B rank, since the A rank cameraman was kind of shocked of how fierce he is in
The A rank. Just, it must be a complete lie that a healer is weak in combat. Yeah, bro had a pretty cool weapon. It was like a blunt weapon. He was like bludgeoning ants' heads in.
of how fierce he is. In the coast of China, we get to see the talks of certain people about Goto Ryuji being desperate at trying to be a national level hunter.
He is desperate. What's up, Beijing? Basically, Goto, like, in order to be a national class hunter, you need like these accolades, credits. You need to have your resume look fine. Goto's basically almost there, but doesn't really have it. That's why he's so desperate to go to Jeju Ant Raid and clear that shit.
And also might backfire for Ryuji himself.
It does look like that, right? This dude got so much aura with his Navy captain hat right now. What the hell? I think it is gonna backfire. I think he might be already dead.
It was basically plan A of them getting Goto Ryuji to national level hunter status for Japan, but if everything didn't go well, plan B is to betray
Retreat.
Korea.
That's right. Literally just retreat. Let Korea die off. Then the Japanese heroes will show up and save them. And then it'll create an excuse to like annex Jeju Island too, maybe.
Although they didn't fully show it, I don't know if they will next episode, but from this shot of Goto's sword breaking, that's probably an implication of something.
It's over.
They changed Jinwoo's position from a random street.
Actually, this sword breaking symbolizes not only Goto's demise, but the Drawn Sword Guild. Yes, I have taken film studies class. I don't know, but it's looking like Japan's over, right? Like everyone is getting picked off one by one, right? The blade is cracked. I think Goto is done. I think, like, I hope that the Hat Girl survives though. Like, it would be such karma to have the Japanese S-rank hunters to all die off here. Because that was Japan's original plan for Korea in one of the source materials. To have a reversal happen would be so funny. But I don't want the Hat Girl with the tattoo to die off. Why? I don't know. No, I don't know. She's just hot. That's it. Like that's literally it. I know nothing about her. She's just cool design.
That's probably an implication of something. They changed Jinwoo's position from a random street to on top of a building.
Yeah, I love the camera work here. Because like he is standing still. He's sitting, standing. But the camera in the background, it's just like moving around, right? It's just like a 360 moving around. Something about this reminded me of like Bleach, Ichigo, Inner Hollow, you know, like the discussions on top of buildings and shit like that, if you know about Bleach.
Of a building. All the 12-year-olds going, oh my god, aura, chin aura. Before breaking down the
Aura,
episode,
baby, let's
people
go.
are saying a lot about the schedule after this episode aired. There's some scenes here and there that kind of had to get nerfed, like Chaehaen's final attack, or some cuts changing that feels like there's something more. It's the same thing with the recent ReZero episode. Again, the production time is tighter. So tight. Okay, so
Tighter than Pandora's.
for this season, the fact that we already got 2 episodes that's on the same level as the Igris fight, or even better, is insane.
And most likely we're going to have a 3rd episode on that tier, if not even better, right? But like, I still want more, you know? Like, we have to live in reality and understand again what actually goes on behind the scenes, and it is impossible to expect greatness on every episode. But as a casual consumer, I genuinely do wish that, like, if only every episode could be like that, but that's just not happening.
Team don't have the same manpower as, let's say, JJK Season 2. JJK Season 2 basically had the whole new gen industry working on it, and not just that, they also had the biggest episode in terms of talent, not just in anime, but in the whole animation space. So what
Really? Is this just an objective fact? JJK Season 2, the peak of it is the height of animation standards. And that is an irrefutable fact. Is that true? Huh. Really? Okay.
in the whole animation space. So what Soul Living needs to do is allocate their resources well.
That's right. Like you gotta like spread the resources thinly, right? You gotta prioritize specific ones to really pop off, and sometimes you're gonna have episodes like this one, which didn't really make that like cut.
Yes, some episodes might get sacrificed. It's unfortunate, but hopefully it pays off. You don't want it to be like Kojima, or now more well known as
Every time I see this guy, I'm like, yo, is that Hideo Kojima? Is that racist of me?
bug films, where they sacrifice a lot of the episodes, outsourcing them, or even sacrificing the schedule.
Zom
Because
100.
sometimes they put too much time and resources in some episodes, like Zom 100 episode 1, Summertime Rendering episode 15, or some Komi-san episodes.
What the hell does Koei-san episodes go this fucking hard? That's crazy.
That's why people are worried about Witch Hat Atelier. I don't want to go more in depth.
Witch Hat, please! It's basically studio bug films. It's some people are saying there's production issues already. Who knows? But based off the trailer stuff, it's definitely not a to bait scenario. So hey, it's already pretty decent.
Because runtime. So I'll link Sultan's thread on this. He made a really good thread. Some parts I don't agree on, but it's like 90% I agree on. So yeah.
Okay.
If you want to see more of Soul Leveling's scheduling fiasco, go there. Anyways, this episode was storyboarded and directed by Kento Toya, same person who did Season 2 Episode 15, and even if this episode was handicapped by the tighter production, there was still some very good scenes that was constructed nicely, whether it's using slow motion, music placements, or neat visual IDs using different color palettes. Toya really does love implementing environmental shots that really gets the scale across.
Yeah, he does that, right? Like this ant CG, for example, or even like this scene with it where you have the background forest like revolving around, which is also the similar camera work with Sung Jin-woo on the rooftop with like the background rotating, right?
Love implementing environmental shots that really gets the scale across a bit more. It can be 3D aerial shots or an illustrated background just spinning in different directions. It's called a parallax.
Parallax. Background content is rotating, different speed than the foreground content while scrolling. Basically, two separate layers. This is the foreground, this is the background. This shit is like moving around. Okay.
Directions. It's called a parallax scrolling.
Okay.
Thank you, Chroma Fire. Although at times the execution can falter, the re-storyboarded death of Akari is way better compared to last episode. The hazy monochromatic coloring to specify
That like their blood loss, right? Dying off. Colors are fading away. You also see like the camera work. Like they do this shit a lot where a head's getting cut off or someone's like flipping and then you have the camera work to kind of like portray that. So this is upside down. Whose perspective is it? It's Shimizu's fucking head being lopped off, falling across.
that her head got cleaved, and the bloom effect on the very white background casting on the darker parts of this scene with a little bit of autofocus blurring. With Toya's exceptional boards of moving an illustrated background, same goes with episode 8. This is one layer, then the characters is the second layer,
And then the background.
Although it's limited, the impact is there, with the Ant King speed captured really well, even if he's just a simple thick line that's
Yeah, I think that this is a great use of like doing the most with little you got. Like you don't need to have the ant thing just like completely drawn in detail. No, this dark red shade aura that's beam attack obviously is the ant and it's moving at like a really rapid pace, so it's good.
It's moving around very fast. Also, Ant King is voiced by the same person
Regulus.
as Regulus.
Yeah.
And he can be overpowered here while not acting like hot shit. But in ReZero, he's doing the definition of liking girls, not from the outside, but from the inside.
Oh.
Literally. Even if scenes lacked animation prowess, it's still very interesting at times for the action too. The animation can spike here and there, but the way it's constructed, you still feel the sheer firepower that Choi has with great effects. And
I've noticed that they don't cheap out on Che's fire attacks. He definitely gets one of the best scenes. Like Chahayan definitely had that one final scene where she did the final attack on the Ant Queen, but she also has some lackluster scenes, where she was just like slashing and then, you see white background, you see ants showing around. But whenever you got this guy on screen, the art style, everything about it just pops.
and amazing draftsmanship by Pseudo or Beck going berserk.
I think, I'm underestimating this scene too. Beck going berserk. Beck transformation scenes are also great.
Going berserk. Maybe Beck was the one that was underwhelming, but I love this mirroring where it like flickered sideways for
Oh,
a
yeah.
bit. Looks really cool. Cha-Hain got the most sauce.
Yep.
Tetsuya Akatsu animated this. The perspective shots really get the scale or distance across. Also animating the spider in 2D at a downwards angle with Cha-Hain flying around in sometimes ones, and this mirroring is very bold with her turning into like a Millennium Falcon. The
Boomerang.
final attack making the lighting brighter and her eyes too made Dongwook moved quite a lot to
Don't have good scenes. Chaehyun's scenes were also really good. I love how they really focused on like the beauty of the dance, but also there's scenes like this where you see like, you know, clearly they're trying to show off her thighs, the legs, right? They're trying to incorporate the fan service, the titties when she landed, and the jugs are just boing boing. One thing though, which is a completely irrelevant critique, is the lack of ass shots is very unfortunate. Her ass is covered by a flab the entire time. I wish that it was not there, bro. Like, it's such missed opportunity. No gyat scenes, man. Like, all of these scenes, like, it's covered. It's covered the entire time. They could have had two cheeks, you know, beautifully just shaped by spandex, but unfortunately, that was not the case.
making the lighting brighter, and her eyes too made Dongwook moved quite a lot to insinuate how heavy he is,
Boom,
and even
yeah.
exaggerating his attack.
Yeah,
like
big boy.
making his weapon look more elastic to give the weight and force of the
True.
attack. It's basically a fight with really good boards, but the animation at times and overall execution can be lacking. Although
Yeah.
the CG ants is good, not saying it's up there with JC staff and Mappa's in-house CG team. It can be a bit wonky at times, but mostly it's good. It's
pretty
to
good.
portray all these ends, so you don't have to individually hand draw it. Subsequent that with Tomoko Sudo's amazing draftsmanship, the desperation and concerning expressions, Sudo really emphasize it.
I love this, like, you know how there's the fisheye lens upwards that looking down angle to portray mind break? There's also these where, how do I explain it? The eye pupil becomes horizontal diamond shape. Almost like a frog eye. Does that make sense? Like frog eye? No, frog eye has like a horizontal fucking beam as the actual dot in the middle, but I'm trying to show that this part here becomes a lot more like flattened, and something about that with like the extra shading and the lines and the wrinkles in the face like gives that like level of, oh fuck.
Even more to make this threat of the Ant King more fierce. The more line count for the injured hunters to showcase the collateral damage that it did was amazing. Even
I'm surprised that they didn't whore her out here. Again, if this is the SAO team, 100% they would have, like, girls are just like just beaten down. I see the titty here, but girls are just beaten down, but like the cameraman will just like pan across the entire body, focusing on all the curves.
amazing. Even if the schedule is catching up, the overall drawing quality this episode is fantastic. And this Jinwoo drawing at the end,
Was great.
chef's kiss, phenomenal work. Ant King's
One thing that I'm gonna complain about. I'm looking forward to the English dub version of Exchange here from Alec Lee. Because I feel like this scene, maybe it shouldn't be on the same level of like the first Arise ever, but it seems like a pretty critical moment though, doesn't it? So like the exchange was fine, but it was very like, I guess, to me, I had this expectation of like, if he's gonna say something at the very end, it should have been like, some sort of like I am atomic level fucking voice distortion, like ASMR crazy peak shit like that. But yeah, that's just it for me.
chef's kiss, phenomenal work. Ant King's entrance to the Korea S-Rank Hunters, it was beautifully directed with the blaring sirens OST and one of the best OSTs of the series.
Yeah, they played the fucking song for it. Also, another. I just was dying laughing because, like, you know, these soundtracks are supposed to be played for the good guys. Good guys are popping off, you know, main character Sung Jin-woo's doing something crazy. He's beating the bad guys, and we got a soundtrack just for that. But it's like, nah, we're gonna play this for the ants. And I'm like, oh no, it's really over.
This is why you come for me.
What? What?
One of the best OSTs of the series. This is why you come for me.
That's crazy.
I want you to come in me. It really had interesting visual ideas, and the animation for it was good. The slow-mo cuts and making the cuts feel more, even if it doesn't move, like Mei Dongwook getting slammed the first time with feel more, even if it doesn't move, like Mei Dongwook
My dong awoke. Yo, where boy do reviews at?
getting slammed the first time with
Yeah.
heavy lining to give more force,
Impact.
or Taegyo's attack making the shadows flicker to tell the viewer that he's
It's over.
drawing back his bow with a lot of force, or he's just scared.
Yeah.
I mean, I would have shitted my
Both?
pants by now. The comp and art direction is really good, although the art direction can look a bit unfinished because they probably had no time. Also using meh looking CG backgrounds, but the caves didn't look distracting at all. They blur the backgrounds at times so that the focal point, which is the S-rank hunters and
Yeah.
the ants, don't get distracted by the things behind it. Overall comp wise,
Interesting. The background of the cave, no poop. Remember? We're constantly analyzing, the caves and the background scenes. And I gave you a stool chart. Remember one of those? The dehydrated, stools? Yeah, the poop. This is a very hydrated poop pillar of the cave. You don't see like the pebbles forming around anyways. The background looks great.
blur the backgrounds at times so that the focal point, which is the S-rank hunters and the ants, don't get distracted by the things behind it. Overall comp wise, amazing. I don't really have much to say. Ankang's aura looks nice.
Yeah, I love this aura. The black red effects, the amount of little details, the dots here. I love it here.
It blends really well rather than just using the transparent smoke that the manhwa uses a lot. It also mixes with this darker aura that they usually use. With the red, it's really nice.
Looks good.
I can't wait for the next episode.
I can't wait.
Hopefully everything is put on this next episode. The staff knows how important this fight is.
Yep.
And I can say it now, I guess. Yes, Takeuchi is in the next episode.
Oh my
I don't
god!
know what he's gonna do yet. But smiley face.
Wait, he did this scene? He did Snafu season 1 and like finale with them with the band? What the fuck? Why? He's an interesting guy, huh? He's like a legend in the industry. He's the one that did like Rock Lee versus Gara. But like he's also just like does the most random like slice of life cute shit too. Like Villainous Oji-san right now is his little pet project. Like I straight up think that the anime of this is amazingly well produced because of Takeuchi, but like the story is so mid. But it's like I guess he personally loves it. It's probably his like passion because of all the boomer references that's more aligned with his generation. But like what the fuck, why? It just, when I think about stuff like this, I just don't expect like these kind of shows to get that kind of quality because it doesn't have like fight animations. But the more I look at it, cute girls doing cute things, I don't know why, but they have some cracked, insane talent and quality. Like Bochi the Rock, Hibiki Euphorium, like there's so many cute girls doing cute things that, and there's no need to have that level of quality, but they're like, nope, we all just gonna go there and just give it a cracked quality.
But smiley face. If you guys like this video, leave a like.
If you hate it, leave a like.
Comment down below what are thoughts.
And I think that this episode again, it was okay. It was good. It was not the best Soul Leveling have to offer, but again, you gotta live in reality and realize that episodes like the Baran versus Jinmu or the Tusk fight or even like the Baraka fight, right? Those are the ones that they're really putting all the effort, time, and schedule into. When you have a limited amount of resources, you gotta allocate it properly. We gotta live in realism. But maybe Roger Space is right, man. Maybe. I bet that UFO table wouldn't have done this. Please go give a like on SinChi's video. Here's a link to the video. Go give it a like. Sub to his channel if you haven't. And see you next time.